Hey guys, it's AP Vamp with,
Blobbert.
and we're doing a deck profile. Tell us about it.
This deck right here that I got is Chaos Zombies. It's similar to Chaos Dragon. It's using Grave Control with your common staples, BLS, Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Arm Dragon. And it just uses zombies because zombies have better Grave Control over stuff like dragons. Alright, please put that back.
Okay.
Alright, first card is Plague Spreader Zombie. This is your tuner. You want to get it into graveyard. It's a nice 2-star tuner, and then you can put one card on top of your deck and it comes back out. It's really great. You can actually use it to set up your graveyard. Let's say you have this and it's your 4th dark. You can just set it in for Dad. Next, we got Mizuki. Only one. Sadly, he's limited to one, but he's a great zombie. When he's in your graveyard, you can just banish him, special summon any zombie from your graveyard. It's really good. Next, we got 2 Spirit Reapers. This is really just a stall engine. I honestly find it somewhat better in Zen mains. It's easier to run out.
Yeah.
And I've actually have stalled shooting Quasar Dragons with these.
Pebble operative that shit.
Yeah, sadly, if you do target him, he will die.
But it's
All
good
right.
for a few turns stall to get better cards in hand.
Next, we got 2 Pyramid Turtles. Pyramid Turtles are arguably one of the best zombies in the game with zombies low defense. When they die by battle, you get special summon any zombie with 2,000 or less defense, which is any zombie in this deck. Alright, next we got Triple Zombie Master. Zombie Master, you can discard one monster from your graveyard, special summon a zombie from either player's graveyard. You do want to be careful getting this in, or your opponent grabbing this with Monster Reborn, because he can start to reborn this. But you can easily pull this card out for a lot of Synchros and XEs. One thing you need to know with him, you can discard or you can special summon the monster you discard, but you have to have something to target already in the graveyard. Alright. Next, we got Vampire's Curse. Vampire's Curse is a nice little monster. He's very similar to Vampire Lord. When he's destroyed by battle, you can pay 500 life points, and he'll be special summoned during your next standby phase. He'll actually come back with 2,500 attack, not 2,000. It's a nice little card to ram with. I mean, it's some decent life points, but then you get him back next turn.
Yeah. It's not that bad. It's really good.
Next, we got Ryukaki. Ryukaki is a nice little 2,400 beat stick. What's actually really great about him is after battle calculation, he kills any spellcaster or warrior he's sitting or he battled with. So let's say your opponent pulls out BLS, you can just pull out Ryukaki and then crash BLS with Ryukaki.
It just dies.
And it just goes gone.
Wow.
Yep.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Alright, next we got the Mill Engine. 2 card troopers. Simple as that. Just start milling, draw when they die. And then we got Triple Lila. They're great for just getting rid of back rows and milling as well. 3 cards at the end phase of every turn. They're also your lights for BLS Chaos Sorcerer. Next you got Raikou. Raikou is just Man-Eater Bug with the option of milling. And he's also really good because you can choose not to mill if you don't need to.
Really?
Yeah, it says you can target.
No, it says send the top 3 cards. Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
what you mean now. Okay.
Alright. Next we got Double Valor. Double Valor, they're nice 1-star tuners for certain cards in the extra deck, but
It's like
the main
obvious.
thing is they're also light monsters, so you can easily get them into the graveyard if you need to.
Stop
They
those
also
effects.
stop those effects. Dark Arm Dragon, Dad, just obvious. 3 darks in the graveyard.
a dad.
3 darks in the graveyard comes out, blows up 3 cards on the field, and then just starts lolling over the place.
And since this thing has such good like graveyard control,
Yeah, especially
really
with
easy
Zombie
to-
Masters. Chaos Sorcerer, obviously, it's your mini BLS. Just get stuff that you want banished gone. And then lastly, of course, BLS. You're going to need him. He just destroys everything, and when he comes out, it's...
game win condition.
Yes, it's win condition. Alright, next for Spell and Traps, we got only 1 MST. You're running 3 Lilas, you don't really need MSTs. We got Core, you got your Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole. Just
Obvious.
obvious. Alright, then we got Solar Recharge, just 1. If you need to summon, or if you need draw power or want to get a light in the graveyard and you have a like Lila in hand, a Raikou in hand, you can just get rid of it and draw 2, mill 2. Alright, then you got Charge of the Light Brigade, mill 3, and then add one Light Sworn to your hand. You can actually use this really well with Charger or with Solar Recharge, because the one you search for comes to your hand, so you not only mill 5 plus send 1 to the graveyard, you also get to draw 2. Alright, then you got your Lure of Darkness. Obvious, more draw power with the darks. Next we got 2 Monster Reincarnations. Sadly, as a mill deck, it does
Mill the BLS.
sometimes mill the BLS, and you might need him back. Then again, you can also use it to set up if you have darks in your graveyard but no lights, you can swap one out.
You have to have that.
Next we got Book of Life. Book of Life is actually very good, especially against common decks like Inzectors, because you can banish that Hornet, that Centipede, or not Centipede, Dragonfly. What other cards would you hate to be banished in your Inzector
I
deck?
have no idea. Why only one?
I don't have another one. You should run 2 if you actually count the cards. This deck is at the moment 39.
So 2 of those.
Yes, 2 of these. The only thing is the opponent has to have a monster in the graveyard. If they don't have a monster in the graveyard, you cannot use Book of Life. But it resurrects any zombie, so you use it for Ryukaki and whatnot. Burial from a Different Dimension. Obviously, get your banished stuff back. You can reuse Mezuki with this. Another thing you can do is if you pull out Dad with that in hand, you can blow up 6 cards, which is quite nice.
Wow.
Alright, then onto the traps. You got Solemn Brigade, 1 Judgment, 2 Warnings. Just obvious, stop stuff before it happens. Got Return from a Different Dimension. You need this when you got all your monsters banished. You just pull it out for 1 giant OTK that they're not expecting.
Especially when they deep prison your BLS.
Oh yeah, especially with Deep Prison running around. Mirror Force, obviously. Mirror Force, great destruction, stops OTKs in their track.
Only 1,
Only
because it's
1.
going down to 1.
Yep. And then just 1 Torrential, because with you summoning a lot of monsters as well, because it is zombies and zombies have a tendency to swarm, you don't always want them
To die.
Yeah. And then for the extra deck, we got just Utopia, common. You can use Zombie Master, discard a monster, you pull out Zombie Master again, overlay for 4. Very nice. He's also a light target for BLS when he's in the graveyard. You got Acid Golem. Now, you do run double Spirit Reapers, and they can stay alive for quite some time. So Acid Golem can be used to just crash or whatnot. You got Gemnite Pearl to get over Stardust, any other 2500 monster. It's very nice. That's it for the XEs, and you may be asking why I don't run Zen mains. With Zen mains, you have, as your main 3 stars, you only have Spirit Reapers. So they're a good enough stall already.
Yeah.
Alright, next you got Catastor. He just pulls out so well, either Plague Spreader and Spirit Reaper or any 4-star plus Effect Veiler. Just gets over everything.
Except Darks.
Except Darks. Except Darks. Then you got Gravity Warrior. Gravity Warrior is great for swarming because when he's synchro summoned, he gets 300 attack per monster that your opponent controls, so he can get up to 3600. And for a 6-star, that's quite nice to get over some OTKs that are happening. And then another thing is, if your opponent starts his battle phase with a lot of defense position monsters, you can actually force his monsters into attack mode and they have to attack. So it's really strong. Next we got Stardust, for obvious reasons, just anti-Dark Hole. It's pretty much just a back, or it's just defense.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Then we got Mistworm. Mistworm's really nice. It just gets rid of everything. 3
Hard to make.
XZs just gone. It's not really hard to make. It's Plague Spreader, Spirit Reaper, and Zombie Master. So it's
Never
not
mind.
hard.
Very easy.
Alright, next we got Revived King Hades. Revived King is quite strong because any zombie that destroys an effect monster negates the effect. It's very similar to Dark Ruler Hades, actually, with Fiends. But being a zombie himself, it's great for cards that like to have destruction effects. So Sangan, no. Anything else, no searching. Not a single bit.
Sad face.
Yep. Next we got Dark End Dragon. This is just an easy 8-star that if you want to destroy extra shit along with Dad and BLS, just get rid of that stuff. And lastly, your Clean Slate is your Black Rose. Pull this out with a 6-star and Ryukaki or Vampire's Curse.
obvious blow up everything.
And then there are some side deck cards, such as Vampire's Lord, or Vampire Lord. For decks like Insectors that just want to destroy everything, just pull out Vampire Lord. There's nothing really they can do against it unless they want to crash, or pull out Gigamantis for it. Then we got Erin. Erin is really great for cards that like to run defense decks. If not only does she add milling potential and is a light target, but Erin, if she attacks defense position monster, sends it into the deck. So it doesn't even flip up. So Zen mains, materials die, everything else. We got MSTs in case you're running against like Infernities or something that's back row heavy. 6 am sometimes you want more MSTs on top of Lila. Royal Decree. Obviously back rows are
Everything
not
now.
fun to deal with. So you can just run Royal Decree. And lastly, the card everybody in this room hates is Zombie World.
Oh my god.
Zombie World is such a great card. It turns the entire field and both players' graveyards into zombies, on top of making it so you can't tribute summon unless you're tributing for a zombie. So you're playing against fairies, no Krista, they don't have fairies in the graveyard. You're playing against Dino Rabbits, they don't have dinosaurs to make Dolka or anything. You're playing against Frog Monarchs, they can't tribute summon anything. And then on top of that, you get Zombie Master's Effect can resurrect from their graveyard. So that Hornet that's in your graveyard, it's mine. So you can pull that stuff out, and it just loves to do that, especially with all the like type-specific XZs and Synchros coming out. Stuff. Also, if you manage to pull out Swordbreaker out of some variation, you can declare zombie.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, and that's the deck. Chaos Zombies, very, very good.
One note is that when Endless Decay does get reprinted, I will be swapping him out for Vampire's Curse. Just pull him out and turn 1 4,000 beat stick.
Yeah, very good card. So that's all the deck and the extra deck and stuff. So I hope you guys like it. Rate, comment, subscribe. We'll get some more deck profiles.